The April session of the Clevedon Town Council was the last full meeting before the elections, and the end of the road for 6 of our local councillors, who were not seeking re-election on May the 7th. One member of the public, who had addressed the council regularly in the public participation section at the start of each meeting, addressed the gathering.
Good evening, councillors and chairman. You'll be relieved to know, however, that I've not come to raise another point tonight or to complain. I have come, chairman, in fact, to say a thank you, a personal thank you, to town councillors who I understand will be standing down, including your good self, and not standing for re-election. I felt I wanted to come to say thank you because if my attendances at these have achieved nothing else, they've given me an insight into the difficult job that you do with the restrictions imposed and the limited resources that you're available to you. So it has given me maybe above average insight into the job, which I have every respect for the job that you do. So I would like to say thank you personally to those people who are going, and good luck for the future. I'm sure you'll find lots of enjoyable things in your diary once you've gone. I really hope you will. And finally, Chairman, to those that are standing again, I can't promise you've seen the last of it. But then you all need a reward in this lifetime. Thank you, Chairman.
The chairman for last year, Councillor Nick Pennicott, was one of those who was standing down, and he took the opportunity to present bouquets to 5 of the ladies who had most helped him during his year of office. The town clerk, Paula Heath, her deputy, Isabel Johnson, and Sue Howard, the administration assistant.
Now this is not to a member of the staff.
Vice Chairman Linda Knott came next. She had also announced her intention not to stand for re-election. Finally, of course, Councillor Pennicott took the opportunity to thank his wife Jan for her support during the year.
That was the hardest one to get.
A long-standing councillor who was completing 25 years on the council, Councillor Carol Ring, was also retiring at the election. She had been chairman of the allotments committee for many years, and she took this opportunity to thank those who had supported her during those years.
But as I bid you farewell, I would just like to say a huge thank you to you all. It's been a real privilege working with you all. A great honour to serve this wonderful town of ours, and to have had the support and encouragement of the electorate over so many years. And it's been really a great honour. I feel quite humbled for that. I've been very privileged to be involved with the community, Clevedon's wonderful environment, and particularly its elegant heritage. And I take some very lasting and very happy memories with me as I go.
Councillor Bob Garner was also standing down from the council, but he was seeking to continue his membership on the North Somerset Council. Councillors Chris Bussey and Patrick McNeil complete the list of those who were saying goodbye. They both bowed out without a murmur. On election day, 6 new local citizens were successful at the polls. They are only names and photographs at the moment, but no doubt we will get to know them better in the months to come. At the subsequent annual statutory meeting held on the 18th of May, Councillor Graham Watkins was elected as chairman of the Clevedon Town Council for the year, and Councillor Jane Geldart was chosen as the vice chairman. At the next level of the government tree, the North Somerset Council, the electors of Clevedon voted 5 candidates into office to sit in the chamber at Weston-super-Mare. 4 of them were old hands at the job. Councillors David Shopland and Colin Hall have retained their seats at Weston, as has Bob Garner. Finally, after this year's election, long-standing district councillor Chris Blades will be joined on the North Somerset benches by his wife Erica, seen here with her husband at a recent annual church service. And finally, at the top of the tree, so to speak, is our long-standing Member of Parliament, Dr. Liam Fox, who has been Clevedon's representative since 1992 and is seen here at this year's civic service. He was returned to Westminster by celebrating his biggest election win ever, by tripling his majority from over 7,000 in 2010 to 23,000 on this occasion. The challenge set by the Rotary Club of Clevedon Yo was to abseil down the 100-foot sheer rock face at Abseil Quarry, thereby raising money for your chosen charity.
Ian's just gone to get... We've managed to persuade 24 gallant people to throw themselves off Abseil Quarry, with ropes attached obviously, for charity. We've got people from the Southwest Scorpions, disabled basketball team, Weston-super-Mare Rotary Club, Clevedon Rotary Club, and various other organisations from in and around the area who are being sponsored to raise money for their given charity. It's a bit breezy today, but the people say that it's safe. Hopefully everybody's going to have a very good morning. At least one of the participants is his birthday today, so no doubt he'll enjoy it. And we hope that it's yet another event that we've managed to lay on. It's going to raise a few pounds for charity.
So you should be able to get a hand down, but you can make a fist, it's too loose. See how I'm doing mine? Yeah. Perfect. Cool. So do your waist first, because the waist is the more important one, okay? That one needs to be nice and tight. Then you can tighten your leg loops. They don't need to be as tight, but obviously make them nice and snug. Okay. At the moment, this here makes the both open, so it can move slightly through. But all you're going to do, get the end, put it back on itself, like so. And then it makes a C close, and it won't move then. Okay, so use that all 3. I am going to check it anyway, don't you worry. I wouldn't let you go without being checked. Alright, so if you'd like to grab a harness and start kitting up. If there's anything in your pockets that you don't want to... Yeah, probably best to hand it over. Or... There's keys is the problem. Keys in the pocket. Right in the bramble.
Well done.
The waist too tight, isn't it? Anyone who's watching, if you wouldn't mind not coming past here without a helmet on when they're coming down, just in case their shoes fall off or any bits of rock fall down.
A bit nerve-wracking getting over the edge, but once you get going into it, it's actually a pretty good experience. I wouldn't mind going back up having another go.
The dividing wall between the main lake and the shallower model boat area is growing wider and slightly higher. This will make it safer for people, particularly supervising children, to walk out and go crabbing. The rocks along the back of the lake, below the start of Poets Walk, are being removed to allow a ramp to be built, allowing for the first time wheelchair users and swimmers access to the deepest end of the lake. The resurfacing of the whole of the walkway is also progressing at a pace. At the old paddling pool end of the lake, a start has been made at building the inner section of the main sea wall. This will finally seal the many leaks that have been the bugbear of our lake ever since it was built way back in 1929. With our massive high tides, this happens every 2 weeks or so, depending on the force of the wind at the very high tides. The next flooding is due at the beginning of June.
Yes, we'd like to register Mr. and Mrs. Wagstaff.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Wagstaff for the murder weekend.
That's right.
Would you like to sign in with the book? You're the first to arrive. There are another 2 couples to arrive this evening and a further couple in the morning. That will be our full complement. 8 is quite enough.
Only 8?
Oh yes, 8 is just right for a murder weekend. We don't want too many suspects, do we?
Mrs. Thompson, could you come quickly? There's a problem in the kitchen.
Oh, yes, dear. Would you excuse me?
It really is
quite pleasant. I wonder who else will be coming.
This play, involving a mystery weekend at a country hotel, is the latest offering from the Clevedon Players. It will be staged at the Prince's Hall next month.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting your husband yet. I'm Livia Whitestar. Patsy and I used to work in the same office.
Patsy? Oh, yes. Well, what a pleasant surprise. Meeting, how do you do? Meeting an old colleague of my wife's.
Quite a surprise.
Yes.
And the surprises don't end there. Another brief encounter is about to be revealed. But of course this play is about a mystery weekend.
Any minute I shall expect the train whistle to blow and you to disappear from my life forever. I shall have to keep a stiff upper lip.
Oh, don't do that. I won't be able to kiss you if you do.
You want to?
As much as ever. Oh.
Your tea, madam.
Oh yes, but I need some fresh air. Oh, thank you.
Oh dear. I better go and see what's wrong.
My name's Patsy McAvoy, and this is my husband Ashley McAvoy, and we've seemed to have come on this murder weekend. I'm not quite. Where did we get the tickets?
Oh, I don't know. They just got sent through. Really, I said that it was a result of entering a competition, but I can't remember entering it.
I'm quite excited about it, but I'm a bit nervous as well. And we've bumped into an old colleague of mine.
Yes, quite a
Livia.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't say I was ever particularly fond of her.
No, it does seem a bit strange.
Yeah, so this bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Bumping into her like this.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you never know who you're going to meet, do you, really?
No, you don't know who you're going to meet, no.
Still, it should be a good weekend, and it was free, so
Yeah,
might as well take advantage, really.
It was free, yes. It's put me off, though, bumping into
Oh, I shouldn't let that worry you. Be all right.
Yes.
Just a fun weekend, really.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of strange, really.
I'm Stanley Wagstaff, and this is my wife Livia, and I have to thank my wife for bringing me on this weekend when I have a very busy weekend planned. I have to write my report for a meeting on Monday, and my wife has kindly, behind my back, without any of my knowledge, brought me here.
Yes, but
Thank
really,
you so much.
it was your mother who's kindly sent us the invitation for the weekend because she thought we needed a break and she knew that we liked murder mysteries, and so don't be such a misery about it. It was good of her.
Yes, but had you told me, I might have been able to rearrange things.
Yeah.
I scheduled the report for Monday, and I have a busy period before then.
But it was supposed to be a surprise, so I'm not going to tell you exactly when it is because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Well, I have no time to read my report, and now we've bumped into, what's her name? Patsy McAvoy? You used to work with her?
Yeah.
What a staid, boring woman she is.
Well,
And as for her husband, my goodness me, a debonair, suave, sophisticated charlatan.
don't be so mean.
Oh, I
How
know
do you
that
know? You've only
sort.
just met them.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him.
No, well, don't be a misery. Just enjoy the weekend. That's what we're here for.
Well, I'll try. As soon as I get that report off my mind, I'll
Right.
try.
You promise?
You must be... Oh, Mrs. Jenkins and Mrs. Campbell.
Two other guests make up the expected visitors. Although with these events, you can never tell who is real and who is just acting.
Oh, thank you, darling. You are kind. I was just saying, we had quite a nice journey down, considering we had to use the M25.
Oh, that's good. Have you met Mr. and Mrs. Wagstaff?
Oh, yes, we have. We were just discussing murder weekends. We've been to ever so many.
Oh, are you experts?
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't say that, but we do enjoy a good solution. The last one we went on, the victim was murdered in the bath. Now, that was quite a puzzle, because the door was locked on the inside.
Well, I hope the solution was plausible.
Oh, yes. The murderer climbed out of the window. I worked that one out.
Well, it was quite simple. Reminded me of the brides in the Bath murders, George Henry Smith. Hanged at Maidstone Jail, 1915, but not before he's seen off 3 brides. Did it for the money. Quite nifty.
Shall I show you your room?
Oh, yes,
please. Oh, Vi will get the cases, won't you, dear? Well, we'll see you later then, at dinner. Oh, won't it be fun?
Yes, I look forward to it.
I think this must be about our 10th murder mystery weekend.
The Clevedon-based Lions Brassville Youth Band tuning up for their 7th annual prize-giving concert at Backwell School. The band has gone from strength to strength over the years and now supports 3 starter bands, a training band and this the youth band, who play here a number written specially for them by their conductor. The conductor of the starter bands is Abby Jones. It's only a year since most of these players first picked up their instruments. When ready, they're eligible to move up into the training band.
Attended his first course with the National Youth Brass Band of Great Britain. So for most potential, the award goes...
The youth band's conductor, David Hollister, then announced this year's prize winners. The trophies were presented by Mark Trego from the North Somerset Music Service. Abby Jones then announced the winners from the training and starter band players.
And this prize goes to Tommy Edgell.
Thank you.